This Daf Yomi Yerushalmi Terumos Terumos in the article host by other edition. We're on Daf Mem Vav Aleph at the beginning of the Gemara. We have had a Truma Tmeya, which is also in the Vilna for a change on Daf Mem Hey Omera Chaf Hey Omera. Sorry, at the Mishnah Truma Shmeya. Yeah, cool. Okay, so Tani Rabbi Chia. Rabbi Chia taught us in Brisa, Tevel Male. So even though from the 100th Tevel, you eventually take off 2 Truma. We don't say that those 2 should be excluded, and the 100 to 1 proportion is effective right now in the state of Tevel. Because Basher Rosham, it fell to 100 Tevel. It's not yet Truma. Usfiche Shvius Malin. And Sfiche Shvius, the ones, of course, which are mutter to eat. Right? Some Sfiche Shvius are not allowed to eat. This is because Sfiche Shvius allowed to come from a fallow field, from a plowed field, from a vineyard, and from a seed field. They are we didn't have them such Shvius, those 4 fields. We have it here. It's quoted from Yerushalmi Terumos. So them about too much fell into them. Now Tevel, if you wasn't about the Tevel, Ma'alev B'korei Shem Ma'asroisav. So you if you have to take off from the Tevel its Trumas and Maasros before you give a saw to the Kohen, because you have to give him a saw you can eat, and maybe this is from the Tevel, so therefore you have to take off the Trumas and Maasros before you give it to the Kohen. Sfiche Shvius Malin, their Malav Yinosnu La'ochleim, and they should give it to people who eat them. In other words, they have to be eaten with Gushas Shvius. And we don't say like Rabbi Eliezer that in our Mishnah says Sa'asha Nafla Sa'asha also, in which case whatever is oila is considered to be Truma from a previous year without Kedusha Shvius. No, it has to be eaten with Kedusha Shvius. Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi said, Mas Nisan Amar Kain. Mas Nisan Amar Kain. Mas Nisan Amar Kain. The Mishnah tells us this halacha. The Tevel nullifies the Truma. Such Truma Shenofel Pachas Mimeo. If you have a sub Truma which fell into less than 100, L'maisa Rishon Tirokev. If it's L'maisa Rishon. Is that also in the art scroll? No. I don't know why the Kabbalah put that in. It's in art scroll. I don't think it's in the bill either. It's not. I don't know. I'm not sure what he gained by putting in. Just obfuscates, and I'm not sure what the shot is. So the Sarchom Mashava Bachas Mimea, the Sarchom fell to less than 100. So then it's not oila. Oh, I see why he fell. I put it in because it's in the Mishnah. So he has to put it in. Mishnah itself, it said, V'yim Ma'aser Rishon Nafla, Yikrei Hashem L'Chumas Ma'aser Shabo, and that's in our Mishnah. In the Brisa, evidently it says, the Brisa, that such a Mishnah of Pachas Mimea. Is the next part of the Mishnah? No, I don't think so. Okay, but amen. If the so I think this must be from a Brisa. But see, okay, such a continuation of our Mishnah. Such Tmeya, Shama Pachas Mimea, L'maisa Rishon. In our Mishnah, it says, and then you take it out, right? But in the Bryce it says tirakev. It's got to rot. Nation Baruch's mimea tirakev. It's less than to less than 100. It's got to rot. In other words, you can't fix this mixture anymore because you can't take Chumas Meiser out of it. I'm not sure about this. Still not sure about it. Does it really need to put it in? Rash really must put it in if he puts it in. No, he doesn't. But the Bir Agra does change gears slightly. He says, Sachuma Shenafla Sachuma Shenafla Pachos Mimea Chulin Olamaisa Rishon. Okay, that's I don't know about the Tirake business. But so let's not go to gears. So but we can go to Gra. Sachuma yeah, as Basel says that Girsa. So Chuma Shenafla Pachos Mimea Chulin Olamaisa Rishon. It's actually it says Taraleh from the Gemara. That's not can't be right. Sachuma Shenafla the Pachas Mimea Taraleh. Should be low Taraleh. Should be low Taraleh. Yeah. The article takes out the word Taleh. I guess the Gra does too, but the Gra just has Chule. Goes, he says that in the article, Agoya Pi Rafuda Chenzab Rasvilio of Agos Agra. So we take out the word Taleh. So again, the type of Chumash of the Pockets Mimea, a section of Mimea is also. The nation Pockets Mimea. Hamea Male, but if it's 100, it's Male. The left heavily is not Tevel. So either both Tevel and Meiser Rishon is Tevel because it's Tevel to Chumas Meiser. Yet nevertheless, if you have 100 of the Meiser Rishon, even though you know one is going to take it off for later from Chumas Meiser, it still is Mal the Chuma. Okay. Time let's see. We went over there. You can use bread and oil of chuma, which became tame as fuel. Amar said, "Lo shona pas v'shemen." Only bread and oil. A shar called varim low. But nothing else. Nothing else. Even they are things which are flammable and used sometimes for fuel. Because Chizkiah is afraid that you might come to eat from them before you finish using them for your for fuel. And we're not going to. It's basically on Pesachim because the Kavanaki, and we don't have to make them disgusting either, because by the time why make disgusting, you might come to eat them at the same time. So the bread, it's easy to make mos because you toss it among the wood pile, it gets mos. Oil, you put in a clean mos, it's easy to make mos. Everything else, it's not as easy to make the mos, and by the time you make the mos, maybe you'll come to eat them. He doesn't hear that doesn't make a difference. All these things, you can make them most. I'm not sure she's going to eat them while making the most. Rabbi Yehuda Kaputkaya boy. Rabbi Yehuda Kaputkaya said, "Chitim." Boy, here is nichusa, not a question. Chitim kipas, zaysim kishemen. He said that chitim and zaysim, you're allowed to use them as fuel after you make them disgusting. Said, if you use bread of truma as fuel, yisarfu atzmoisav, your bones will burn, because we're afraid by the bread. You're going to leave it around until you light it. So the Rabbi Yehuda's son argues on a Tana in the Mishnah Tumura, who allows you to use bread and both bread and oil of Truma Tmeya as fuel. That is the where does the Mishnah begin? Malikin b'shpas Hashem shel Truma shein meis. That Mishnah which you just quoted from Tumura, he argues. Okay. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachman boy kum Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachman asked, this case boy is asked, kum Rabbi Yochanan maul adlik. He asked him, what's the story? Can I, that because Rabbi Yochanan or not? Amar le adlik, burn it, use the bread as fuel. Whatever happens to your goyrol, to your destiny, shevet here means like shevet harasha agora tzadikim. I forget the exact way the post goes, but here means whatever destiny you have as well. Nafil l'shitach. Oh, nafil lach. Oh, I thought you said it's going to say my nafil l'shitach nafil alai, but that's not what he says. No, sorry. My nafil l'shitach says what's going to happen to the rest of the crime. Nafil lach is going to happen to you, because Kohanim all through, so I guess through the generations, have actually used apaso truma as fuel. So therefore, whatever happens to the shape is going to happen to you. You don't have to be conscious for this klola, which Rabbi Yochanan has invoked here. It would be nice if somebody changed the gears and say like me, but somehow I doubt that actually that's the case. Let's see if the Gra changes it, just for the fun of it. No. Oh well. It was a nice one. Everybody agrees, but by oil that it's mutter to use the fuel, even chizkiah. To you, I gave them for mashcha, the matnos kuna. Mashcha means l'gdula, so you're supposed to eat them if you're eating them in a elegant way. The mashcha also means the sicha, to anoint. The mashcha means adlaka, also to use them as fuel. So obviously, since it's explicit pasuk, so therefore we don't prevent you from doing it. Nina. Learn Sarah Chuma Shanafla to Sarah Chuma Torah Shanafla Pachas Mimea Chulin. You have a say of Chuma Tamea, which fell into less than 100 Chulin. Pen Tameim Ben Toherim, whether they're Tome or Tohar, it doesn't matter. You kavu, you can't eat them. They have to rot. Why? Because there's no takana for them. Because any PC might become Chuma to might be Chuma Tamea. There's not how to eat. Obviously, talking about a case where you can't use it for fuel. Well, I shouldn't say that. I spoke too soon. Sorry. Nicha Torah mirakvu. If the chulin was tar, they have to rot, because otherwise people might say, "Oh, the truma was the truma were I guess somehow would become tar by coming into contact with the rest of it, or some regard as tar, and yet you bring it anyway." So that people are going to say that truma tahara is nifra nisrefes. But if it's tame, why do they have to rot? So in other words, actually we're talking about substances which can be burnt. So why can't you just ignite it like any truma tameo? Okay, so el tameo ma'yakavu. Al daiti de chizka nicha yirkavu. So according to Chizka, it makes sense because he is afraid uh, by everything, and we're talking obviously about grain, about chitim, and afraid that of course, they have to be left to rot because until you make them disgusting and burn them, he might come to eat them. Rabbi Yochanan not chayshish for that. Yadlik, let him use it as fuel. Some of Rabbi Yochanan, Kiadod Rabbi Yosefina. So Rabbi Yochanan also like Rabbi Yosi ben Chanina. Shema Yimtza Bahem Aliyah. This is maybe he's since the mua meduma is a light in certain people's eyes, so therefore afraid that if he leaves them in an open place in his house for the purpose of burning later on, he might find a ruse to make them be batel. They'll add chulin to be batel and amazing and say shogegani. So therefore, we don't. They should just be rotten. They should not be preserved nor used as fuel. That brings us to the bottom of Memvav Amud Beis, precisely. Really, even though the top of Zion is connected, but okay, we'll went on long enough today.